Okay, and very fresh good morning to all. Today we are going to start our next chapter, that is the milling machine. Okay, and already we have covered the section number one. Okay, and now from the today's lecture we are going to start the section number two. Okay, in that section number one, which chapter we have studied? Okay, in the section number one, we have studied the three units, that is the lathe machine we have studied, then drilling machine, boring machine. Okay, that is unit number two, and that unit number three, reciprocating motion machines, means in that we have studied the shaper machine, planer machine, and slotting machine. Okay, that much point we have covered up till now, and from today's lecture we are going to start the next section, that is the section number two and unit number four, that is the milling machine. Okay, we are knowing that up till now we have studied the different types of machines, means it consists of the lathe machine, it consists of the drilling machine, it consists of the boring machine, then broaching machine, shaper machine, planer machine, and slotting machine. Okay, and the purpose of that all three machines, whatever machine we have studied, and the purpose of that all machine, it was to remove the material from the workpiece. Means whatever machine we have studied, and the purpose of that all machine are to perform the machining operation on the workpiece. Okay, then similar manner that milling machine also we can use to perform the machining operation on the workpiece. Means with the help of the milling machine also we are going to remove the material from the workpiece, but only difference is that the working principle of that milling machine is different, because we are knowing that working principle for that lathe machine, it is different, then working principle for the drilling, it is different, and then working principle for the broaching, shaper, planer, and slaughter. Okay, the whatever working principle we are going to using for that particular machines are different, but purpose of that all the machines are same. Means what is the purpose of that all the machines? The purpose of that all the machines are to perform the machining operation. Means with the help of that all the machine, our purpose is to remove the material from that workpiece. Okay, that similar manner that milling machine also we can use to perform the machining operation. Means we can remove the material from the workpiece with the help of that milling machine, but whatever that working principle we are going to using for that milling machine, it is the different. Okay, so first upon, see what is the content of this unit. Okay, in that unit it consists of the following points. Okay, it consists of the introduction. First upon we will see the introduction to that milling machine, then what is meant by the milling, like this. Okay, then we are going to see what is the classification of that milling machines. Okay, how that milling machine is going to classify, or what are the different types of that milling machines. Okay, that point we are going to study in this unit. Then we are going to discuss column and knee type milling machine. Okay, column and knee type milling machine, because that milling machine, it having the different types are there. Means that milling machine is classified into the various types. Okay, out of that the one type is column and knee type of milling machines. Okay, now we will discuss the construction, working, and application of that particular knee column and knee type milling machine. Then we will discuss the milling method. Okay, what are the different types of milling method we are going to use to perform the milling operation. Then we are going to discuss the gear cutting, how to cut the gear. Okay, how to perform the gear cutting operation with the help of that milling machine. And then we are going to discuss the induction method. Okay, this is the syllabus for this unit. Okay, that is the unit number 4. That is the, what is the name of that unit number 4? That is the milling machine, and inside that unit we are going to discuss that all the points. Okay, now see introduction. Then before starting, there is one question. Then what is meant by the milling operation? Okay, what is meant by the milling? Okay, when we can call it is the milling operation? Again, it is similar. Milling machine, or that milling machine is generally used to perform the milling operation. And what is meant by the milling operation? That milling operation is nothing but it is the machining operations. Okay, with the help of that milling operation we are going to remove the material from the workpiece. Okay, but in that milling machine we are going to use various devices, we can say, or various element we are going to using in that milling machine. Okay, during that milling operation. Okay, what devices we have to require to perform the milling operation? First upon we have to require the milling machine. Then we have to require the workpiece to perform the operation. Then we have to require the milling cutter. It is very important part. Milling cutter is required to perform the milling operation in that milling machine. Okay, now see the figure. This is the one milling, we can say it is the milling tool. Okay, and the name of that milling tool is the milling cutter. Okay, in that similar manner, in that lathe machine, we are knowing that we are going to use the single point cutting tool for performing the different types of operation. And similarly, in that drilling machine, we are going to use the drill bit to remove the material from that workpiece. In similar manner, we are going to use one tool in that milling machine. That tool is called as the cutter, or we can say it is the milling cutter. See, this is the milling cutter is there. Okay, milling cutter, and on the periphery of that milling cutter, it consists of the number of teeth are there. Okay, on the periphery of that milling cutter, it consists of teeth are provided, and with the help of that teeth, okay, with the help of that teeth, whatever teeth we are going to provide it on that cutter, and with the help of that teeth, see this is the teeth. Okay, with the help of that teeth, we are going to remove the material from the workpiece. Okay, simple manner. Okay, but how that milling operation is carried out, it requires some working principle. For example, see here, suppose this is the work table is there. Suppose this is the your work table is there, and above that work table, this is the hoist is there. Okay, what is the function of hoist? Okay, with the help of the hoist, we are going to hold that workpiece. See, this is the workpiece is there, and this is the milling cutter is there, and that milling cutter, it is in rotary positions. Means your milling cutter, it will be rotate. Okay, with the help of the motor or with the help of the belt pulley or gear, we are going to rotate this milling cutter, and we are going to feeding the workpiece against to that rotating cutter. Okay, you have to remember only 2 points are there. In that milling process or in that milling machine, we are going to use the milling cutter as a tool. Okay, and on that milling cutter, it consists of the number of teeth are provided. Okay, cutting edges, we can call it is the cutting edges also there. And in that milling process, okay, we can remove the material from the workpiece with the help of that cutter, and that cutter, it will be rotate. Okay, that cutter, it will be rotate, and against to that rotary cutter, we are going to feed the workpiece. See, this is the feeding process. See, this is the workpiece is there, and we are going to feeding that workpiece against to that rotary cutter. See here, this cutter is going to rotate in this direction. Okay, in that direction, and in this direction, we are going to feed that workpiece. Okay, and with the help of that rotary motion of that cutter and this feeding action of that workpiece, that cutter, it will be remove the material from that workpiece, and this process is called as the milling process. Okay, once again, and that milling machine tool, it will give the good surface finish to the workpiece. Okay, once again, I will repeat that milling is nothing but it is the machining process, and with the help of that milling process, we can remove the material from the workpiece with the help of the multiple cutting edges cutter. Okay, so this is the multiple cutting edges cutter is there, and that cutter we can rotate with the help of the electrical motor. Okay, that cutter, it is rotated with the help of the electrical motor, and that workpiece, it is necessary to feed against to that rotary cutter. See, this is the cutter, it is rotating in this direction, and this is the workpiece is there, and now this workpiece we are going to giving the feed to that workpiece in this direction. Okay, so that with the help of that rotary motion of that cutter and this feeding action of that workpiece, this cutter, it will remove the material from that workpiece. Okay, this is about the milling. Now say the working principle. Simple. Again, it is very simple to understand the working principle of that milling machines here. This is the, we can say this is the one arbor. Okay, this element is called as the arbor is there, and the function of that arbor is to hold the milling cutter. See, this is the milling cutter is there, and on that milling cutter, it consists of the multiple cutting edges are there. See, this is the multiple cutting edges are there, and that milling cutter, see, this is the milling cutter, and that milling cutter we are going to mount on the element, it is called as the arbor. See, this is the arbor is there, and on that arbor we are going to mount this milling cutter. Okay, this is the milling cutter. And see, this is the workpiece is there. Okay, this workpiece is there, and now we want to remove the material from that workpiece. Okay, okay. Now, what is the working principle for this? See here, this milling cutter we can rotate. Okay, already that arbor it is fixed into that spindle of your machine. Okay, because in that milling machine it also one spindle is there, hollow spindle is there, and inside that hollow spindle we can fix this arbor. For example, suppose this is the spindle is here, and inside that spindle this arbor is fitted, and on that arbor your milling cutter is there. And now this spindle, see, this is the spindle, and this spindle we can rotate with the help of the electrical motor. Okay, this spindle we can rotate with the help of the electrical motor. Okay, now once we are giving the supply to that electrical motor, that spindle is start rotate, and we are knowing that inside that spindle that arbor is fitted. Okay, along this spindle that arbor is also start rotate, and this rotary motion of that arbor it is given to the milling cutter, and that milling cutter is also start rotate along with this arbor, and we are going to feed that work piece in this direction. Okay, suppose it is rotating in this direction. During that we have to feed is given, for example. Okay, in simple manner we can say that feed is given to that workpiece, means we have to reciprocate the workpiece. Simple, we have to reciprocate the workpiece. It is stationary, but it is rotating, but it's stationary. Okay, in only it is rotating, and just we have to reciprocate that workpiece in similar manner. Means we have to give the feed, means for example we have to give the longitudinal or crosswise movement to that workpiece, and due to that longitudinal and crosswise movement of that workpiece and the rotary motion of that milling cutter, this cutting edges of that milling cutter, it will remove the material from that workpiece. Okay, this is the basic principle. It is used in that milling machine. Okay, understood? Once again I am repeat in that milling machine principle. See here, in that milling machine it consists of the one arbor. That arbor it is fitted into the hollow spindle. That spindle is rotated with the help of the electrical motor. Okay, once we are giving the supply to that electrical motor, the power from electrical motor it is given to the spindle, means your spindle is start rotate, and we are knowing that inside the spindle we have hold this arbor. Along this spindle your arbor is rotating, and when arbor is rotating, this for example, see, the arbor is rotating in this direction. Along with this arbor, that milling cutter is also start rotate, and we are giving the feed. Okay, we are giving the feed to that workpiece, and when we are giving the feed to that workpiece, this due to that feeding and the rotary motion of that cutter, that cutting edges which are provided on that milling cutter, it will remove the material from that workpiece, and that milling operation is completed. Okay, in this principle, okay, this principle is used in the milling machine to perform the milling operations. Okay, understood? Yes. Please, anyone give the reply whether you are understood or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see the classification of milling machine. How that milling machine is going to classify. Okay. Classification. Okay. The first type of milling machine is column and knee type milling machine. Okay. Column and knee type milling machine. Then second type of milling machine is planer type of milling machine. Then third type of milling machine is fixed bed type milling machine. Then fourth, production milling machine. And fifth, special purpose milling machine. Okay, special purpose milling machine. Okay, these are the general classification of milling machine. Now see again that column and knee type milling machine. Okay, see, this is the main machine, and again that column and knee type milling machine is classified into the different types. Okay, now see the column and knee type milling machine, again it is classified into this following category. Means that column and knee type milling machine, it is classified into the plane, or we can say the horizontal milling machine, then vertical milling machine, and universal milling machine. Okay, these are the types of column and knee type milling machine. Now we are going to discuss one by one. First up on we will discuss the horizontal milling machine, then vertical milling machine, and then universal milling machine. Okay, and you have to remember, okay, the whatever principle we have seen, see that principle, same principle is used in that all three types of machine, but only difference is that Okay, in that horizontal milling machine, you have to remember its name is indicated that it's meaning. In that horizontal milling machine, the position of this arbor is horizontal. In vertical milling machine, the position of that arbor it will be vertical like this. Okay, in that horizontal, in that vertical milling machine, the position of that arbor it will be vertical. In horizontal milling machine, the position of your arbor it will be horizontal like this. Only difference is that, but principle is same. Okay. Once again, I'm repeat the column and knee type milling machine is classified into the three types. First is the horizontal milling machine, vertical milling machine, and universal milling machine. Okay, now we are going to discuss one by one. First upon we will discuss the horizontal milling machine, then we will discuss the vertical milling machine, and then we will discuss the construction, working, and details of that each three types of machine. Okay. Now first upon we will discuss the horizontal milling machine. Okay. First upon you have to try to understand what is meant by the milling. What is meant by the milling operation? Milling operation is nothing but it is the machining operation. With the help of this milling operation, we can remove the material or we can perform the machining operation on that workpiece in that milling machine or in that milling operation. We are going to use milling machine. Okay, with the help of the milling machine, we can perform the milling operation, and inside that milling machine it consists of the one arbor. Simple. Okay, on that arbor we are going to use the milling cutter. Okay, on the periphery of that milling cutter it consists of the multi-point cutting edges are there, and that milling cutter is generally mounted on the arbor, and power is given that arbor. Okay, so that arbor is mounted in the spindle, and power is given to the spindle. Means your spindle is start rotate, your arbor is also start rotate, and along with the arbor that milling cutter is also start rotate, and it will remove the material from the workpiece by. And during this process you have to remember we are giving the feed to the table. Okay, just we have to feed or just we have to reciprocate your workpiece. Okay, in longitudinal level in the crosses according to your requirement, and due to the rotary motion of that cutter it will remove the metal from that workpiece. Okay, same principle is again used in that horizontal milling machine. See, this is the horizontal milling machine, and why it is called as the horizontal milling machine? Because already I have told you, in this milling machine the position of your arbor or the position of your spindle it will be horizontally. Okay, see, this is the picture for that horizontal milling machine. Okay, you have to remember why it is called as the horizontal milling machine, because see, this is the arbor. See, this is the arbor is there, and this is the spindle is there, and the position of that spindle it will be horizontally like this, and again the position of that arbor it will be also horizontally. Okay, so that it is called as the horizontal milling machine. Okay, now see the construction of that horizontal milling machine, which parts are present. Okay, first of all we will discuss the construction, and then we will going to go for the working. Okay, first of all try to understood the working. Okay, the first part it consists of base, or we can call it is the bed. Okay, above this bed, at the one end of this bed we are going to mount one column. See, this is the one column is there, vertical column is mounted on this bed, and upper side of that column, see, this is the column, and the upper side of this column one overhanging arm is there. Okay, see, this is the overhanging arm is there. Again it consists of the one arbor support, and that arbor support is the element, it is attached to the overhanging here, and with the help of that arbor support we can give the support to that arbor. See, this is the arbor. Okay, see, this is the arbor is there, and that arbor, the one end of this arbor is fitted into this spindle. See, this is the spindle, and that spindle it will be the hollow spindle is there, and inside that spindle we have fitted this arbor end, and again the another end of that arbor it is fitted into the arbor supported is there. Okay, and again on that arbor, see, on that arbor that milling cutter is mounted. See, this is your milling cutter, this is the cutter, this is the milling cutter is there. Again it consists of the knee. Okay, why it is called as the knee? Knee means what in Marathi? Yes, knee. Knee means what? Yes, anybody? Please tell me.
गुडगा.
गुडगा.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. It is looking like your knee, so that it is called as the knee type horizontal milling machine. Okay. It is working like it is working similar to our knee. Okay. See here. Again, it consists of the one knee is here, and above this knee there is one saddle is here. See, this is the saddle, and above the saddle it consists of the one table is there, and again on that table the slots are provided, and on that table, okay, on that table again we are going to use one hoist. Okay, we are knowing that hoist. What is the function of that hoist? To hold the workpiece, we are going to use the one hoist is there. Okay, see, this is the basic part of your horizontal milling machine. Okay, what are the parts? Okay, see here, it consists of the bed. Okay, it consists of the bed. See, this is the bed. Then it consists of the, at the one end of your bed, one vertical column is mounted, so that I'm writing here the second part of that horizontal milling machine is the column, vertical column, we can see that. Then third, at the top of this column one overhanging arm is there, overhanging arm is there. Okay, then it consists of the one knee. Okay, above the knee it consists of the one saddle. Okay, above the saddle work table is there. Okay, and again above that work table there will be the hoist. Okay, hoist is there. Okay, these are the basic part of your horizontal milling machine. Now see the construction. Again, what is meant by the base? Base, we are knowing that the whatever parts of your milling machines are there, that all parts are bolted with the, or it is supported with the help of the base or with the help of the bed. And we are knowing that that base or bed, it is made up from the cast iron. Okay, because it having the high compressive strength. Okay, and that bed, it will also sustain the whatever forces, whatever vibrations are generated during that milling process, that all vibration, all forces, it will be absorbed with the help of this bed. Okay, and you have to remember it having good compressive strength because it is made up from the cast iron. Okay, now see the second part, that is the column. So this is the one vertical element is there, and at the one end of this bed we are going to mount that vertical column. Again, that vertical column, it is also made up from the cast iron, so that it having also good strength, compressive strength. And the function of that column is to store all driving mechanism. Okay, whatever driving mechanism are required to rotate this cutter, and giving the feed to that table, that all mechanisms, means for example we are knowing that electrical motor, then belt, pulley, gear. Okay, that all driving mechanisms are present inside that column. Okay, so this is the purpose of that column. Okay, we can see that all driving mechanism is present inside that column. Again, it is the vertical element. Also, that column, it is provide the support to that all the parts. Okay, then overhanging arm. Okay, okay, and above this column, above this vertical column, one arm is there, it is called as the overhanging arm is there. And you have to remember on that face, okay, on the face of that vertical column, see, this is the vertical column and this is the face of that vertical column. Okay, and on this face of that vertical column we are knowing that guideways are provided. Okay, see here on this face here, the guideways are provided on this face of your vertical column, so that with the help of this guideway, okay, whatever guideways are provided on this face, with the help of this guideway, your knee, it is moving up and down. Okay, and see here, and to that overhanging arm we are going to attach one arbor supporter is there. This is the one arbor supporting element is here, and here we are knowing that in that column, vertical column, our spindle is present. Okay, that hollow spindle is there, and inside that hollow spindle we are going to mount, or we are going to fix this arbor. Okay, arbor is nothing but it is the one simple element is there. It is used to hold the cutter. Okay, now see this arbor, it is mounted inside that spindle. Okay, and above this arbor we are going to use the multi-point cutting tools. It is called as the milling cutter. Milling cutter is mounted on your arbor, and that one end of your arbor, it is fixed inside the spindle, and another end of that arbor it is supported with the help of the arbor support. And above this arbor we are going to use the multi-point cutting tools. It is called as the milling cutter. See, this is the milling cutter is mounted on your arbor. Okay, again see here, again that horizontal milling machine, it consists of the one knee, and above this knee there is one saddle is provided. Okay, and what is the function of that saddle? Okay, with the help of this saddle we can give the feed to that table in longitudinal direction. Means with the help of that saddle your table it is moving in longitudinal direction, means it is moving in left or right. Okay, and that saddle it is mounted on your knee, and see here, above this saddle it consists of the one table is here. Okay, this is the table, and above this table the T slots are provided for clamping the files. Okay, and above the table, actually it is not showing in this figure, above the this table we are going to use the one vice is there. Okay, inside that vice we are knowing that it having two jaws are there, one is the movable jaw and one is the fixed jaw, and in between that both the jaws we are going to fix the our workpiece is there. Okay, this is the workpiece is there, workpiece is fixed into that knee, sorry, in that jaw vice. Okay, now say that knee it is fixed to that vertical column, and on this face of that vertical column there is one guideways are provided, and here one elevating screw is there. Okay, when that elevating screw we can rotate with the help of the hydraulic power or with the help of the hand also. Okay, when that elevating screw is rotating, along with that elevating screw your knee it is moving in upward and downward on this guideway which are provided on this vertical column. Okay, means your knee it is moving up and down. Okay, again on this knee we are knowing that guideways also provided, and with the help of that guideways your saddle is moving in left or right. Again also this table we can give the feed to that table in crosswise direction also. Okay, in crosswise direction also we can give the feed to that table. Okay, means you have to remember in that horizontal milling machine, that knee it is moving up and down. Okay, with the help of that elevating screw. Again that saddle it is moving in longitudinal direction, means right and left, and also that table also we can give the feed in crosswise direction. Okay, in the 2D it is the 2D diagram, so that it is difficult to showing that crosswise movement. Okay, you have to remember in that. Okay, that crosswise movement also possible in that horizontal milling machine, means in that horizontal milling machine that 3 feed we can give to that table. Okay, now how it is going to work? Okay, this is about the construction. Now how that horizontal milling machine is going to work? Simple. Okay, inside that column it consists of the one electrical motor is here, same. Okay, when we are giving the supply to that electrical motor is going to start, and the power from that electrical motor it is given to the spindle, means along the when that electrical motor is start rotate, along with that your spindle is also start rotate, and inside that spindle we are knowing that our arbor is mounted. Okay, when your spindle is start rotate, along with that spindle that arbor is start rotate, and the rotary motion of that arbor it is also given to the this milling cutter, means along this arbor. Okay, along the rotary motion of that arbor that milling cutter is also start rotate, and now here we are going to feed. Okay, just we are going to feeding the workpiece against to that rotary cutter, means we have give the feed to that workpiece, whether according to our requirement we can give the feed to that table in longitudinal direction, whether we can give the feed in the crosswise direction or vertical direction, according to your requirement which type of the operation is performed on that workpiece. According to the operation and according to our requirement we can give the feed, particular feed is given to that table, and we can perform the milling operation, means we can remove the material from the workpiece with the help of this the rotary cutter and just feeding that workpiece. Okay, in this manner we can perform the milling operation on the horizontal milling machine. Okay, I will show you animation so that we can understand better. Now see the animation. See, this is the horizontal milling machine is there. See, This is the overhanging arm. This is the vertical column is here. This is the saddle is here. Okay, on that saddle there is a work table is there, and on that work table this is the hoist is provided. Okay, and inside that hoist, okay, inside that hoist your workpiece is there, and see this is the arbor is there, and that arbor it is fixed into that spindle, and above the arbor this is the cutter is there, and see this is the arbor support is there. Okay, with the help of that handle we can give the feed longitudinally. Again, with the help of this wheel we can give the feed crosswise. See, this is the working principle. So here in this manner, it will remove the material from that workpiece. This cutter, it will remove the material from that workpiece. Means in that milling machine, just we can give the feed to that workpiece, and your cutter it will be rotating. See, this is the horizontal milling machine. See, this is the cutter. You can see here. This is the cutter is there, and that cutter it is mounted on this arbor. Okay, here see this is the workpiece. See, this is the multi-point cutter is there. This is the arbor support. This is the arbor on that arbor. Sorry. Okay. Okay, whether you understood construction working of horizontal milling machine? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt is there? Hello? Any doubt is there? Any problem?
No problem, sir.
Okay. So can I take next machine? See, this is the rear picture for the milling machine, horizontal milling machine. Now say the vertical milling machine. Okay, vertical milling machine. Okay. Now again it is similar to that horizontal machine, but only difference is that we have seen that horizontal milling machine, the position of your arbor and the position of your spindle, it will be horizontal. But in that vertical milling machine, see here, this is the spindle. Okay, this is the spindle and this is the okay, this is the spindle. Okay, you have to remember in that horizontal milling machine, the position of your spindle, it will be horizontally, so that it was called a horizontal milling machine. But in that vertical milling machine, the position of your spindle, it will be vertically, so that it is called as the vertical milling machine. Now see the construction and working of that vertical milling machine. Okay, again similar process is here. Again it consists of the one base is there, and at the one end of your base one vertical hollow column is mounted. See, this is the one vertical hollow column is there, and to that hollow column we are going to attach one vertical milling head. See, this is the milling head, we can call it is the milling head, and here we are going to provide the scale. What is the function of that milling head? Okay, that point also we are going to discuss. Now just you have to understood the different part of that vertical milling machine. First is the base. Okay, and at the one end of your base one vertical column is mounted, and at the top of that vertical column we are going to attach one vertical milling head is there. See, this is the vertical milling head is there. Again it consists of the one vertical spindle is there. See, this is the vertical spindle is there. And at the end of this vertical spindle, we are knowing that we are going to attach one milling cutter is here. See, this is the milling cutter. Okay. Again, it consists of the one knee. Okay. This is the knee here. And this knee is also we are knowing that we can move up and down. Okay. And above this knee, it consists of the one saddle is here. And above the saddle, work table is there. And above the work table, we are knowing that we are going to use the one vise, and inside that vise we can hold the workpiece. Okay. Also here in that vertical milling machine also we are going to use the one elevating screw is there. Okay, there is same part are there, but only difference is that in that horizontal milling machine the position of your spindle it was the horizontal, and but in that vertical milling machines here the position of your spindle it will be vertically. Okay, otherwise same process is there. Okay, again base, again it is made up from the cast iron. Okay, it having the good strength and it will sustain the load and whatever vibration forces are generated during that milling operation, that all vibration, all forces, okay, and that all load it will be sustained by the base. Okay, and at the one end of this base it consists of the one vertical hollow column is here. See, this is the vertical column is there, and inside that vertical column we are knowing that we are going to use, or it consists of different types of driving mechanism, whatever driving mechanisms are required to drive that spindle. Okay, that all driving mechanism it consists of that vertical column. Okay, again to that vertical column we are going to attach one vertical milling head is there. See, this is the vertical milling head is there, and inside that milling head we are going to our spindle is there. Okay, then what is the function of that vertical milling head? Okay, with the help of that vertical milling head, or we can say that vertical milling head we can rotate at any angle. Okay, here scale is provided. Okay, here scale is provided, and with the help of that scale we can rotate. Okay, or we can say that we can swing that vertical milling head at any angle. Suppose we want to perform the angular milling operation. Okay, suppose we want to perform the angular milling operation. Okay, for such type of the operation, okay, we can rotate this milling head at particular angle, and here the scale is provided. With the help of that scale we can rotate or we can swing that vertical head, okay, for the any type of milling operations. Okay, means suppose we want to carry out the angular milling. For this purpose you have to remember that vertical milling head we can rotate at any angle, and see, this is the scale is provided. Okay, now say the working, how it is going to work. Again similar process. Again you have to remember on that vertical column, the face of that vertical column, again here guideways are provided, and with the help of this guideway your knee it is moving up and down. Okay, your knee is going to move up and down with the help of this guideway. Again above this knee also the guideways are also provided, and with the help of this guideway your saddle is moving in longitudinal direction, means your saddle it is moving in left or right. Okay, and see here again here one elevating screw is provided here, and that elevating screw also we can rotate with the help of the hydraulic power, or we can rotate it with the help of the hand wheel. And when we are rotating that elevating screw, along with that elevating screw your knee is moving up and down with the help of this guideway. Okay, again with the help of that saddle we can move the table longitudinal direction, means right or left, and also we can go the crosswise movement to that table. Okay, and we are knowing that on the table hoist is there, and inside that hoist we are going to mount the workpiece is there. Now how it is going to work? Again similar process. When we are giving the supply to that machine or that motor, your motor is going to start here, and the power from that motor it is given to the vertical spindle. When your vertical spindle is start rotate along with that vertical spindle, along with this vertical spindle your cutter is also start rotate, and once your cutter is start to rotating, that time we are feeding the workpiece against to that rotary workpiece, against to that rotary cutter, and that rotary cutter it will remove the material from that feeding workpiece. Okay, in this manner your vertical milling machine is also working. Okay, understood? Yes, anybody? Please tell me whether you understood or not. Hello? Please anyone give the reply.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Nikhil Pawar? Nikhil Pawar. Okay. Okay, this is about the milling machine. Okay, once again I will summarize which point we have studied in this today's lecture. Okay, we have studied the what is meant by the milling, then working principle of that milling. Also, we have seen the classification of that milling machine, and we have started the column and knee type of milling machine. Okay, that column and knee type of milling machine, it is classified into the three types. First is the horizontal or plane milling machine, then vertical milling machine, and universal milling machine. Out of that three, we have covered that two, horizontal and vertical. Okay, the two machines we have studied. In that, we have studied the construction and working of that horizontal milling machine, vertical milling machine, and only universal milling machine is remaining. That machine we will discuss in that next lecture. Okay, then what is the difference? In that horizontal milling machine, you have to remember the position of your arbor and the position of your spindle, it will be horizontally, and in vertical, your position of your spindle, it will be vertically. Okay, thank you.